Hello, trail travelers. It is Carrie, and we are getting ready to start Mosquito Gulch or Mosquito Pass, whichever you want to call it. But we're going over there from Alma to Leadville, and it is late September. It is one of the last days to catch fall colors before the snows come. So we are on a quest to see some beautiful fall colors, and Mosquito Pass is not going to disappoint. So let's get going. We're aired down. We're ready to hit the road. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Oh, look at this. Okay, starting Mosquito Pass at 4 o'clock this time of year with what looked like potentially storm clouds in front of us might not be the best overall idea, but I think in terms of what we're going to see, I think this is going to be a good call. Now, from where we turned right there at the beginning, it was at least 3.5 hours to get home, maybe 4 hours to get home because of the insane traffic on any given road. So right now, we're basically going in the exact opposite direction of home, and it's going to take us 3 hours to get to Leadville. Okay, this is the beginning here of Mosquito Pass. Please drive slow through this section. People live here. There's no need to stir up all kinds of dust. It's just going to tick these people off. So please be respectful and drive slow as you go through the houses here. It's not that far of a distance, and it'll make everybody around here feel a little bit better about you driving through. So, yeah, there are some homes here right at the beginning, but we'll get through that. So, for us, like I said, we have around 3 hours to go to get through Mosquito Pass in the opposite direction of where we live. And so it's going to be 7:30 at night when we hit Leadville. And then even in the best of times, that's a 2.5 hour drive home. So we are making it a little longer on ourselves today, but the colors today. Oh, look at this. We are in the thick of some beautiful color here. Yeah. Okay, so far I'm kind of digging it. What do you think?
It's gorgeous.
Coming around this turn, I think we get some Nice greens going into the yellows there. Some really, really pretty color. So as you get to about 4¼ miles, you'll start seeing London Mill off on the left-hand side. Now, you used to be able to go up to it, but it's long since been closed off because it is extremely unsafe to go there now. It's part of the preservation area, so there is no going down there. But you can view it at a nice distance here. We'll get up to a spot, and I'm pretty sure I might take a drone over there. This is the North London Mill here. It started operation in 1874, based on the name of the little mountain behind it that it burrows into. And during its operation from 1879 to 1889, some $82 million was processed in this area. So it was quite an operation out here. Now this site sits at 11,400 feet above sea level, just here off of Park City on County Road 12, which is Mosquito Pass Road. It's currently under the preservation of the North London Mill Preservation Incorporated. That was formed in 2017 to help preserve and repurpose the mill and the surrounding buildings. So hopefully this area will be around for a long time, but as you can see, it looks like it could fall apart at any time. Now we're coming up on an intersection, and if you are trying to take Mosquito Pass over to Leadville, this is a very critical point in your trip, because if you go straight, that is not the right way. And I know this from personal experience. It gets very, very narrow. You're gonna get all scratched up. You're not gonna have a good day, and it's not gonna take you where you wanna go. So at the intersection, you're gonna make a left to continue on Mosquito Pass. Now, someday I wish I had something I didn't mind getting all scratched up or beat up or whatever and take up that road. But today we're a little wide, so we're staying on the main trail. Okay, right after, so you go past the intersection, make a couple turns, and then you go up the rock garden here. And this is very loose rock, so you want to just take it easy. Now I'm in 4 high. I didn't go to 4 low. I don't think I need to. We're just gonna crawl right up all this stuff. But it will bounce you around really good. And I've been in a vehicle up here, a Land Cruiser, and we didn't air down first, and it's brutal. And every time I've come up here, I've aired down pretty well. I mean, today we're not as low as we normally do. We're like 18, and it would be a significant difference to be at highway pressure in here. And I'm just not gonna do it. I mean, this thing is brutal through here. So after the top of that rocky section, we have a couple little obstacles. I mean, they're definitely nothing major, but you can't hit them with any speed because they are pretty, it's like hitting a curb. So you want to just roll up to them, take them nice and easy, and then roll over them. And then after that, you can pick up a little bit of speed, but not a whole lot, because it is extremely rough through here. Yeah, you can see this stuff is extremely rocky and very, very sharp. Again, good reason to air down, to protect your tires on a road like this. There are very, very sharp rocks, and coming on one of them wrong and at any speed easily debead your tire or actually shred it. So airing down, absolutely critical on Mosquito Pass. I mean, plenty of people do it all the time without airing down, but it's just not the greatest thing to do. You really want to be a lot more cautious about it. So this is the North London Mine. It's kind of cool. You can come right up next to it here, very close. And you can also drive up behind it. And that's what we're gonna do. We'll come up on the other side of it and have a really cool view. That's one of the things about Mosquito Pass, is being able to see the old mines like this, that I think is, you know, pretty special, since this stuff's not going to be here forever. What an amazing sight, being able to sit there and see that old mine. Now we're getting ready to head up the Shelf Road towards the summit, but that mine is a great place to stop and have lunch, because there's really no place else to go on the rest of this journey. Until you get to the summit, there's room to park a few cars, but if you want a nicer spot that's more protected from the wind, stopping right there at that mine is a great place. And there's some really cool artifacts laying around that are worth getting out of the vehicle, walking around, and taking some photos of. So now, up to the summit. We work our way up the shelf road, and then we get to this big pile of rock. It is just a big pile of rock. Some of them look like they were cut. It's just crazy how all this stuff has worked over the years. But the view to the driver's side is quite fantastic as well. Now, this time of year, everything is turning brown, but when this is all nice and green, it's quite the sight. And there's even a spot up here where we still see snow. And the first quote-unquote snow of the season is coming up in probably this week, and there is still snow up here from last year. Well, we're making our final little climb up to the top of Mosquito Pass. Damn near a 14er, but definitely a fun little trail to go on. Right there up ahead, we can see the covered wagon sign that tells us we're at the summit of Mosquito Pass. So we'll get up there. And
where is it? Road?
That's a hiking road up there, and it's also a service road to that station up there. So there we have it, 13,185 feet. So, I mean, I think it actually looks like we can drive up there. I don't know that we're going to. Now it's 5:30. We still have to get into Leadville and get out of here before it gets too dark. But this is Mosquito Pass. Says imagine 6-horse teams pulling loaded wagons, passing each other during a summer snow. The year 1878. 80 timid passengers, certain they would find their gold in halo instead of a hillside. Oh, I get it. They would find their gold in a halo instead of a hillside. Father Dyer traveling with the 10-foot Norway snowshoes on nights hard snow deliver the U.S. mail to Leadville. Yeah, so this isn't just an off-road trail. This was a road that people took back and forth between Fairplay and Leadville all the time. The mail used to go across this way. So this, yeah, we have it very lucky. Hard to imagine going up here in wagon trains and things. Just unbelievable.
Or just walking in the snowshoes?
Yeah, or in snowshoes. All right, so now it's down to Leadville we go. So now we're going to start heading down the switchbacks into Leadville. These aren't that crazy. They're not bad at all. But we are going to have some pretty awesome views from here. And then
somebody's there.
2,000 feet down, and we get back down into the Aspens. So we're working our way slowly down the switchback, and we got big rocky cliff on the driver's side, and we have sheer cliff over on the passenger side. But you can see from the tire tracks, you have plenty of room. So just keep the tires in the existing tire tracks and you won't have any problems. Katarina's driving down in 4 low, manual 2, so she doesn't have to use the brake. And it's just gonna coast us down here. In fact, it's probably gonna get a little slow, and we'll probably have to switch between manual 2 and manual 3 to maintain some speed and go from there. The view off the side here,
you couldn't fall asleep,
is pretty amazing. I was gonna fall. I was gonna try and take a nap. I trust you enough.
What stops you?
Well, the views. The views are stopping me because it is pretty.
I was trying to drive careful so you can take a nap.
Oh, no, I think I could manage. Now this switchback has kind of a rocky drop on it, so it's gonna definitely be a little rougher, and you're just gonna want to be a little more careful about how you go. It looks like Katerina's gonna go driver. It's not a bad line. The higher side, the passenger side here, would definitely feel off camber, and if you're in the wrong spot, you could slide down to where we are right now. So I think this was a good choice on Katerina's part to go down this section. Off to our right here, this begins a trail called Eye Gulch, which is supposed to be a harder rated trail. And maybe sometime we'll come back and check it out. But if you can see, it climbs that mountain and then goes up at a top of a pretty narrow ridge up there.
Vehicles.
Yeah. Now there's people up there right now. I don't think it's really that hard of a trail, but it does get on top of a ridge line, which is kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of Red Cone in a way. But someday we'll come back and check that out. But what we have coming up here on our left is these little lakes. That's kind of a pretty sight there. And unfortunately, we are a few weeks past the green season here. And so it's just not quite as pretty as it is, throughout the spring and summer months. Now that we're getting into fall, everything's starting to look a little dead. Well, it's 6:30, so we've been on Mosquito Pass for an hour and a half. Now, we could have...
Two in the...
Oh. Take two.
Yes.
It is now 6:30. We started Mosquito Pass at 4 o'clock, so that's 2.5 hours that we've spent driving through Mosquito Pass. Sure, we could have done it a little quicker, but we're stopping, we're filming, we're flying drones, we're doing things, so we might have been able to do it a little quicker, but honestly, I would say most people in most rigs are going to do it at about this pace. Now up ahead on our left is the Diamond Mine. It is really the only operating mine in this area, and it is still producing to this day. The rest of the stuff around here, well, not so much. There's a lot of decrepit buildings, a lot of stuff that has fallen down over the years, and we'll see some of that stuff as we get up ahead here. But what you really want is some time to drive around this area. There is so much to see, so many old mines, so many old buildings. It really is an awesome time driving around this area. But we're going to run out of time because it's getting dark. We need to get out of here. Well, we're on our final little stretch of road here. This is a pretty easy, very well maintained gravel road, and this will take us right into Leadville. And you can see we made it just in time. The sun's going down. Any little we just had a vehicle go the other way and it stirred up a ton of dust. It kind of looks cool through the sunlight, gotta say, but yeah, we're smelling it because there's no breeze right now, so that dust is not going anywhere. So we're kind of driving through a lot of it. But off to Leadville we go, and we'll get things wrapped up and aired up, and we'll start heading home. So this was Mosquito Pass. Beautiful day for it. Saw some great fall color. Went over the pass. Katarina did a great job driving today, as always. And now we're just we're sitting here at the asphalt line, getting ready to go into Leadville, and then we'll head home. So thanks for joining us today on Mosquito Pass. Always appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe, because it really does help us out. If you like the videos or subscribe to the channel, it does help us by having YouTube recommend this to other people. So we really appreciate it. Thanks so much. We definitely appreciate everyone who comes up and says hi to us and everything. But stay safe out there, and we'll see you on the trails. Bye-bye.